Let's now bring you newsreel of activities, efforts and initiatives of several federal ministries on Ministry News. The Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Dinyari, has kicked against the idea of individuals bearing arms in Nigeria. The minister, while addressing newsmen in Abuja recently, said the number of illegal arms and ammunition in the country was part of the causes of insecurity. He charged community leaders and peace-loving Nigerians to cooperate with the security agencies in their efforts at fighting bandits and other elements threatening peace and security in the country. The federal government on Thursday established a panel to ensure the effective delivery of donor-funded agricultural projects across the country being implemented under the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. At the inauguration in Abuja, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mahmood Abubakar, said the functions of the National Steering Committee on Donor-Funded Projects will help to actualize the approval of the annual work plan and budget of the projects. Abubakar stated that the collaboration and partnership existing between the donor-assisted projects had yielded a remarkable result in the development of agri-business hubs in Nigeria. The Federal Minister of Environment, Mohammed Hassan Abdullahi, has disclosed that the federal government does not envisage the completion of the entire Ogoni cleanup project during the lifetime of the current administration. Addressing State House correspondents at the presidential villa, the minister pointed out that the cleanup project, which was cut into phases, had seen 10 formerly polluted sites cleaned up, adding that there had been concerns about some aspects of the project. While noting that the federal government is engaging all stakeholders to hasten the project, the minister disclosed that the president had instructed the ministry to ensure that adequate attention is paid to delivering on the project.
We've taken a number of decisions, which is essentially targeted at ensuring that we deliver on this mandate and as directed by Mr. President. First, we have raised a committee, which is to work within at most 1 week and submit a report on the status of the project, on where we are today and going forward what we need to do. Not only are we focused on delivering the project, but it must be done in a very transparent manner and according to global standards.
The Minister of Labour and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige, believes the suspension of the strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, is dependent on the union. The minister made the comment at a recent media chat on Thursday, calling for the lecturers to be considerate. Dr. Ngige, who reiterated that he cannot make a commitment on when the impasse will be resolved, called on ASU to do their part. He, however, noted that there will be a meeting of all stakeholders very soon as part of moves to resolve the lingering strike. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has reiterated the commitment of the federal government to providing health care services to ameliorate the challenges faced by the Niger Delta people in accessing facilities in their communities. The minister, who was represented by the Deputy Director, Housing and Urban Development, Ndukwe Opai, made the pledge at the inauguration and handing over of Block of Health Center at Edem Idem Ishet in Ona local government area of Akwa Ibom State. He lauded a thorough and timely execution of the project barely 4 months after it was awarded in 2020, noting that it is the desire of the government that preference will be for the people living in the rural areas and the vulnerable population. The Federal Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Umaru Farouk, has disclosed that the ministry has trained 150,000 cooks of the National Homegrown School Feeding Program in 36 states of the Federation and the FCT to maintain safe and hygienic work environment. The minister will disclose this during the training of the school feed vendors on the program Thursday in Abuja, said the trainees are expected to gain knowledge knowledge, learn the skills of identifying potential hazards to food safety, and apply the principles in good sanitation and good personal hygiene.
It's a nationwide strategy. We are going to train every single cook in the country, and we have like between 100 to 150,000 of them. This feeding process includes first empowering women within the communities where the schools are located to cook the food to the children, and these are children in public schools in classes 1 to 3. Children of the poor will now go to school, they will have a healthy meal, and they will be strong.
The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, has expressed readiness to enforce the adoption of Nigeria's domain name .ng, especially among ministries, departments, and agencies. Following the approval of the policy, NITDA has inaugurated a 14-man enforcement committee to monitor its implementation. According to NITDA, the new policy is expected to drastically enhance public confidence in the authenticity and security of information and other services accessed from government-owned websites. And finally, on Ministry News, the Nigerian Maritime Safety and Administration Agency, NIMASA, has received a donation of $2.4 million from the Japanese government to support its Deep Blue project. This was disclosed by the Director General of the agency, Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jame, in an interview with newsmen in Zaria. Dr. Yusuf explained that the Deep Blue project, otherwise known as the Integrated National Security and Waterways Protection Infrastructure, was initiated by the Federal Ministry of Transportation and Ministry of Defense while being implemented by NIMASA.